Hey Spuddies, Potato McWhiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Steel Division Normandy 44. Now today we're playing on the Colleville map, I think it's called, or Colleville. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it, but it's called Colleville. And I actually noticed something really cool about this map. It has like this little, kind of like little battlements where there's sort of like these broken up fortifications, and they are garrisonable by infantry. So this is a really interesting idea, and they do block vision, so there's could be some very interesting infantry and armored vehicle fighting around here. Also, it kind of reminds me of a Company of Heroes a little bit. I don't know why. It's probably just the World War II aesthetic, and this was kind of reminiscent of some of the maps, you know? I would be willing to bet that, maybe someone snuck in. Somebody snuck in the likeness of a CO Company of Heroes map. Anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about the map and then we'll start deploying. It looks like definitely this sort of section here is very much so, very open, very much an armored vehicle fighting from this direction. Pretty good defensively actually against armored vehicles. You could stick anti-tank guns like pretty much anywhere you feel like it, and they would have a pretty good overview of being able to kill armored vehicles as they come up. Not so good for infantry pushing, but very much so an armored vehicle fighting area over here, which is definitely what we're going to be taking. And then we will follow up with infantry to storm the village. We might even just use our weapons to level the village. And then drive straight through, but we will definitely not want to go through the village with our vehicles, or if we do, we want to be careful, because I think we're going to want to push up to here with our vehicles if we can, and see what we can do about that. So I think, similar to the last game, I like the idea of taking an armored vehicle push up here on the right flank, and I think I will take the M8 with a command tank on the right flank again. I think that's a pretty good setup that I like a lot. And we're going to push to... And then we're going to push over to this section here. To here. I think that's a pretty good... So that kind of covers this flank area for the moment. Now this is going to be pretty infantry heavy, which is actually kind of my bread and butter because I have half-tracks. So that's going to be very, very useful for me to bring some infantry. So I think I'll take a recon infantry with the Jeep. I will take the leadership unit, and I will take some basic riflemen. I'll take some pioneers. I'll take some Nueves. I think that's like a pretty good setup of infantry. I might actually get rid of the Nueves and instead bring like the bring an M8 here, which could be interesting. Might bring an M8 instead, which will serve as our anti-vehicle purposes on the right, on the left, and then we can follow up with Nueves. And up center here, I would really like a TD plus a recon infantry, but it's going to be hard to pull that off. So I'm going to have to think about how I do that. I'm not bringing mortars this time. I feel like I have less money than I did in the other game. Up center here, we're going to want some stuff. Definitely thinking perhaps to grab a... I would like to bring this TD up center. But I would also like to bring it some recon infantry. So I'm going to have to see what I could shave off my divisions here. I think maybe the pioneers are overkill. So instead I'll bring some riflemen. And then I'll stick some scouts over here, and then what else could I afford? I could afford to bring a leadership unit with these guys, and I don't think that's a bad idea. You just make sure I delete everything here. I'll know what I'm dealing with. I have a recon, I have a leader. I'll bring some riflemen. And I'll bring a leader up center here. How do I feel about this? If I have the tank destroyer over here, it can support the right flank pretty well, and it'll be able to hold this middle area by itself with the scout and the thing. If I have it here, I can have the commander unit in the forest. So I'll tell you what, we're going to move these two units over to here, line them up on the road preferably. I think take these two units and we'll send them straight down to here. Then I will grab the leader unit and I'll unload it here. Now in terms of the scout unit, it's going to be holding center pretty much on its own. So we're going to fast move to here. And then unload. That's the sort of general layout. And these infantry and this vehicle are going to be fighting heavily for this side. So I think we'll fast move to here and then unload. And then we'll take our M8 over here. I could go up this left side actually, and that could be pretty interesting. So how about we fast move to here and then attack move to here. Sure, sounds good. Alright, let's get going. Looks good to me. I feel like we've got a good coverage of the front line. I don't feel like there's anywhere that's particularly weak. Maybe in this section, but it's covered by very heavily armored vehicles. I feel like we're pretty weak in this section actually. It could be pretty easy to push against us here. Looks like there are some units over in this side. We should be countering that with our own units. We'll get our first tick of income pretty soon here. Looks like there might be some stuff up the center. Want to be quick on my fingers, grabbing any units for reaction fire and stuff like that. Where are you heading? Going there, that's just fine. Should be hitting first contact here soon. I have this guy selected. Oh, that looks like a tank of some sort. Guys, get up here into this section. Stay there. Unload. Get over there. Hit him if you can. Oh, you need to hit that. You need to push forward also. Oh, you guys need to fall back. Push over there. Whoa, who's taking hits? Don't let them get over there. Start hitting them. Push across the field if you can. Oh, they have range? I did not realize they had that kind of range. Alright, push them back, great. Let's push over here. Push up here. Very, very nice. We can probably push up the road now. Up to this tree line. Okay, so we need to think about what our reinforcements are going to be. I think up center here we could use one of these M8s. And then we could use another tank over here on the... We'll take a regular M8 because we already have a scout M8 over there. Ooh. God, so close to getting away with those guys. Move you forward, push up with these guys. Fall back over here a little bit. Looks like we're going to need some support weapons on this left side against these this group of infantry. Stay there. Alright, we can push up now. I feel safe pushing up with these guys a little bit. Not too far though. Because there are definitely there are definitely bad dudes that I need to deal with. Okay, so I learned that actually I learned that you can't see the suppression on units that are not fully in vision. You need to fall back a little bit. You're a little bit too close. You need to fall back. I have some units coming up here on the side. Right, they're pinned down. You want to stay in range of them. Nice. Alright, we got the Fallschirmführer destroyed. That means they're more likely to panic. Got my own units pushing up. We have taken the center, so we should be getting points. Whoa, we need to back up here. You guys need to take care of this. I'm thinking, what could we bring up here? I think I really need to reinforce over on this side, so I'll bring up some more Nueves. I'm gonna push with this half track. I think the big thing to bring here was probably some mortars here on the left side. You're almost out of... Yes, this is what I wanted. Don't let him get that hit. Nice. Fall back. Very, very good. Oh, you need to fall back. Fall back here a little bit. Move up here a little. Okay, this needs to be dealt with somehow. We can push here on the left side with these Nueves. Hold them off. Doing okay. Very nice. I would like some arty over here, I'm thinking, to deal with some of this stuff that's happening. Could also use some whatchamacallums with the resupplies. Okay, things are going just fine over here. Unload these guys. Nueve push. You guys can take a shot here. Push up with these. M8's Bahi's under attack. Very nice, pinned. Nice. Pin those guys. We're pushing with the Nueves. Okay, I'm gonna take an M8 and a Jeep MMG to push on this side. I'll be push on this side with these guys. Need to push up a little bit. We need to start pushing again. Kind of falling behind where we should be, in my opinion. Oh goodness. Jesus, that could have been really bad. We got some air stats tripping destroyed. Guys need to push up here. Nice. Got those guys. Where's my artillery? There. Push up here a little bit. We can be super aggressive here. Whoa, you guys need to fall back a little. A little bit close to those infantry. Very nice. Ooh, this is like the sort of killing field I was hoping for. Unload here. Start dumping on them. Let's bring up... I think we're in phase B soon, so let's bring up another one of these. Let's bring up a little bit of pioneers to storm this village. And then I want to bring up another one of these TDs. I want some infantry for this village too, so I'll bring up some of these. Fall back. Very nice. We're doing well. Just moving these units around. Okay, got these artillery units. Can you hit them? No, they're just out of range. That's the sort of thing you are going to want to do. I could use more recon infantry, I'm thinking. Particularly over here. Being very, very aggressive here. I want to be aggressive, but I want to be careful in my aggression. I really like this division actually, as I'm playing here. So it looks like they're in one of these houses. So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll fire on these positions, and we'll fire on this house. Yeah, look, we managed to suppress them by just firing near them. Oh, need to fall back. This right side, or this left side is way open, so that's really good for me. This is kind of open, which is not so good for me. I'm going to pick up a P-38 Lightning. I'm going to want to do an airstrike on that. I think it's probably about time we brought up our GMC here. Okay, we've got our P-38 on the field here. Question of where do we want to drop them? I'm thinking... There. That's what we want to hit. And then push with these also. Okay, where's this? Pioneers to storm the village. Oh, we lost half track over here to something. This guy. Whoa! Hit him. Don't let him get away. Very nice. Pin him down. Do the damage. He got two very good hits on me, which means I need new tanks over here. And I would actually really like this recon unit here too. Okay, we're about to win. Oh, but we're gonna keep pushing hard here. Fall back. If we can keep pushing. That looks like a F Panzer. Very nice. %90 of the conquest points they needed to win. Just barely into phase C here. Really aggressive division. I really like this division and how aggressive it can be. We switch. Come on, get your flamethrowers in range. See if you can get into this house. Push through the town. Very nice. Awesome. This is a fantastic division if you want to be aggressive early game. This is the division. If you like playing aggressively, this is division. This is the division to play. I won both my games. Like, usually my games drag on for 40 minutes, but this time, I had barely any losses. I completely smashed the AI. I really like this division. It has a lot of really powerful units really early, but they're not extremely OP units. They're just really sort of particularly powerful because of the phase of the game they're in. They have a slightly bigger caliber. They have slightly more of them. They're slightly cheaper. They're numerous. But they do lose momentum. That's the thing to worry about this division, is if someone were to hold you off in the early game, you're kind of up shit's creek without a paddle. Anyway, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't think I'm going to make any changes to the division. The only thing I would actually change is one change I'm going to make is something I noticed there is I did need supplies early in the game because my tank destroyers ran out. TDs ran out of HE shells, so that would be the main edit I would make. I would go into this support stuff. I would change these GMCs to be phase A GMCs, and then that would be that. Very much front loading my power here. Probably more edits I could make to the deck to even further front load the power, but I do want to have some phase C power to kind of hold off. Particularly these TDs are really good because they're actually cheaper than these, but they have equitable guns. But I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope to see you in the next episode. Please remember, if you want to see more content from me, that you subscribe to my channel to get notified when new videos go up. If you want to directly support my channel, please leave a like on the video. It increases my rank on YouTube, increases my visibility, increases all my metrics, and makes me overall perform better with my channel. Other than that, I want to thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment. That's the one. If you have something to tell me, if you want to talk to me about the game, go ahead and leave a comment. Other than that, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love you all very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.